This video reports on the fact that there's a scam going around online for a product called Gumitide Gummies. Gumitide, it's got like a red bottle with red gummies. It says it's weight management support. You will not very easily be able to find out who the makers are of this product, who truly is behind it, where it's bottled, where's the mailing address, the staff, any of that. This looks like the same sort of thing I've seen for months, if not years, for the same sorts of products. They just keep changing the product name with this scam marketing. I'm going to hit play on this video just in a second. Today's show, NBC, never talked about this. Jillian Michaels was on NBC in a version of Hoda and Jenna, but she did not talk about a gelatin trick recipe or Gumitide gummies or anything. Right at the top of this video, please hit the like button down below. I know you might be like, it's really early in the video, Jordan. Why are you asking for the like button? I don't like that. This is a scam busting video. I'm trying to help people by you hitting like and commenting with your favorite breakfast food or whatever. That would be really cool if you want to do that. The more engagement I receive, the better chance people have of seeing my video, because YouTube will then say, hey, this video has value. People are liking and commenting on it. And I can save people collectively across many people thousands and thousands of dollars from what is a scam, Gumitide Gummies. The way this works is that for a number of months, maybe a little more than a year, maybe, I can't remember, the gelatin trick recipe promise, gelatin trick for weight loss, has been going around. This is not real. There is no recipe. The recipe is an idea, a strategy that scammers came up with so that you'll watch a very long video like the one on this fake Today Show website. That's what that is. It's not genuine at all. They do that because if they tell you at the beginning of the video, hey, we have some gummies or some supplements we want you to take, you're probably not going to watch. But if they tell you, hey, we have a recipe we're going to reveal to you, the ingredients are already in your pantry, you're probably going to stick around. And the scammers know that. The scammers do this for all different sorts of pantry products, refrigerated products, stuff in your house, whatever, Vicks Vapo Rub, ice, cumin, I don't know, any kind of peppers, vegetables, fruits, anything. Any spices, they just will throw that in and be like, there's an ancient Japanese or an Arctic Circle recipe or something you can only find in the Himalaya. Like, it's like they come up with whatever, right? So let's hit play on this video here. Gumitide Gummies will not help you lose weight. Gumitide Gummies is a product you cannot find the information about who created it, who's the actual founder, where's the staff, where's the actual facility, what's the mailing address, where they bottle it. All that stuff is secret. You can only find like a fulfillment center address here in the US where they receive the products and ship them to you, but that's not where they're coming from, it looks like. So like, not a big surprise here. And you can see Jillian Michaels and Serena Williams, and those are three different versions of AI generated people there who are stirring something. Anyone famous you see in this video, it is a deepfake AI generated video, meaning manipulated lip movement with AI generated audio. Let's hit play on this. Do not buy this. It could come with a money back guarantee that will not be honored. It could come with subscription charges of hundreds of dollars a month. And anytime you see someone who you don't recognize in this video stirring up something or doing something with gelatin, that is not real. There is no gelatin recipe. It's all fake, fraudulent, fictional, and it's all designed to get your money based upon miracle promises. These scams exist for weight loss, Alzheimer's, dementia, joint pain, eye stuff, anything, really.
Jillian, before we get into anything else today, I want to talk about something we've been seeing everywhere online. Over the past few weeks, Jenna and I have noticed a huge wave of comments about this so-called gelatin trick. Women saying they tried it, watched long videos, followed the steps, and nothing happened. A lot of frustration, a lot of skepticism. What's really going on here?
Honestly, Hoda, I completely understand them, because over the past few weeks, hundreds of women have been sending me messages with that exact same frustration. They're trying gelatin recipes they saw on Facebook and TikTok. They sit through long videos.
So she's not saying any of these words, just to make sure everyone out there knows this. Sometimes we have people watching my videos who aren't technically proficient at like a high level or even like a medium level. So I'm trying to help them. You might be someone who's like, that's obviously a deep fake, Jordan. Not obvious to everybody. What happened? Just want to explain. Someone used AI tools, artificial intelligence technology, to take a video where Jillian Michaels originally did, yes, she appeared on Hoda and Jenna or some NBC Today Show thing, what you could see here. Scammers used AI to manipulate her lip movement and her vocals through the audio to make it seem like she talked about a gelatin trick recipe and she never did. And no doctors, hospitals, universities, or famous people ever endorsed Gumitide Gummies for weight loss. Gumitide Gummies are not going to help you lose weight. It's the latest product where if you believe in the miracle promises, you make a purchase, you're not going to get your money back. You might be hit with subscription charges of hundreds of dollars a month. You're not going to have a good experience. And I never, ever would recommend consuming any supplements coming from people who will not tell you who they are, where it's coming from, or anything like that. That seems dangerous. And people all the time tell me, seems like all the time, that they fell for a scam like this and it made them sick, the pills or whatever, because who knows what is in these things.
Follow what they're told, and they don't lose any weight. And the explanation is actually very simple. Most of the gelatin recipes circulating online right now are being taught the wrong way on purpose. They're designed to pull people into a long video and then sell capsules at the end, often made with little more than flavored flour.
That's what this video is right here. It is a very long video that they're trying to get you to watch so that you put time into it. And then by the end of the video, you're like, well, I spent an hour with this video. They didn't reveal a gelatin recipe, but they said that they formulated the gelatin recipe into a gummy. And it seems like this is a good idea. I think I should buy this. Don't say that to yourself. This is a scam. Gumitide Gummies are not legit. They are a scam.
So the problem isn't gelatin itself. It's how people are being taught to use it.
Exactly. When gelatin is prepared the right way with the correct ingredients, it can genuinely help
You see that? It's just Jell-O. And sometimes they say in these videos, you know, you got the wrong recipe. It's not supposed to be Jell-O. It's a special kind of gelatin, unflavored gelatin. And they're just lying to you with a new version of the scam. Gelatin won't do anything for weight loss. And I have to think the reason why scammers have stuck with this gelatin trick strategy to scam people since, I believe, before 2026, just but like sometime in 2025 this started, is because they know it works. And it's really sad.
transform the body. I've seen women lose at least 14 pounds in just 10 days when it's done properly. That's because gelatin naturally contains two powerful amino acids, glycine and proline. They act as biochemical signals that support the body's natural activation of GLP-1 and GIP. But here's what never appears in those viral videos. For this to actually work, gelatin must be combined with 3 very specific homemade ingredients. And those ingredients are almost always removed or hidden in the versions people see online.
Which explains why so many women feel like they were misled.
Exactly. They never had access to the real recipe. The original version, the one I shared.
That is a fully AI generated version of Jillian Michaels right there. That is not authentic. And it says, it says down here at the bottom, Minimax and some other word there, which is likely the AI tool that was used to create this. It has her stirring some sort of gelatin with Jell-O or something. The kitchen is fake. It is AI generated. She is fake. There's something slightly off. You can tell about her appearance, her nose, something, because it's AI. It's not real. And my dog even shook at it as well. He's like, no, this is not real.
Shared first was published on my own YouTube channel.
Yeah, when she looked up, it just didn't look, it looked like her. It looked a little bit like her, but it didn't look really like her. You know what I mean?
But once people started seeing results, scammers copied it, altered it, and stripped out what actually made it work.
So we don't need to keep watching. What the scammers are doing here is they're trying to continue their scam, saying, hey, other people, scammers, want you to get the wrong recipe. We've got the real thing here. And they string you through this whole long video and it ends up being Gumitide Gummies. And Gumitide Gummies will not help you lose weight. And the way that I know that is because I've seen this sort of scam marketing before. If you see scam marketing like this and I'm showing you and you're like recognizing it's scam marketing, of course it doesn't have any legitimacy. And the fact that this appears on the Gumitide website, it appears, or whatever, according to what I can tell, is not great either. Basically, after the very long video, which I hit play on and let it run through a tab for like an hour or so, it will try to present you with bottle packages, like $300 for 6 bottles, which probably is a subscription, no matter what they want to say. And then that will then lead you to buy it on a different website that has all these great reviews somehow through Trustpilot, which is amazing, for different strategy reasons of reputation management, which is not great. And I have to think they know exactly what's going on. They don't really care as long as they make money. So Gumitide Gummies, do not buy this. Jillian Michaels never endorsed a gelatin trick. No one famous ever did. No doctors, hospitals, universities, or famous people ever endorsed Gumitide gummies or a gelatin trick. And it's not because Big Pharma is behind, trying to shut it down or something. That's part of the scam tactics, trying to make you be like, yeah, I don't like Big Pharma. Here, take my money, scammers. Don't let them win. Don't let the scammers win. I'm not saying that pharmaceutical companies are great. No one's saying that. But the hatred of pharmaceutical companies should not mean you should go and fall for an online scam. And I hope that you understand that I'm coming from a genuine point of view of someone who researches these scams like all the time. And somehow, I hate to say this is not like, I guess it's a humble brag. Is this what a humble brag is? I've somehow become an expert in online scams of these types by studying them so closely. I wish I was an expert in something much cooler, obviously, not online scams for medicinal products, Gumitide gummies, but that's where I am. So that's all that I've got. If you have questions, let me know down below, and thank you so much for watching.